the Ballon d'Or to be taken as seriously these days? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to centre around this right here. The award that took place last night, the 2025 Ballon d'Or spectacle, the awards ceremony that not only presented the Ballon d'Or but other awards as well that recognised some of the biggest achievements and some of the best players that 2025 had to offer from the world of football. Of course, taking the grand prize in the men's game was, of course, PSG's Ousmane Dembele, who managed to outlast such challengers like Barcelona's Lamine Yamal, Liverpool's Mo Salah, and of course his own teammate Vitinha in taking home the prestigious Ballon d'Or award. But my question here is this award to be taken as seriously as maybe what it once was? Has it become a bit of a joke over the years? That is what I aim to ask you here today, and what we aim to try and maybe find out as we go later and later into the video. So, like I say, like I always say with these videos, hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And get involved in the comments section as well. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about the Ballon d'Or. Let me know if the right person won it in your opinion last night. Let me know if someone else should have won it last night. Let me know about the rankings of the Ballon d'Or's top 30 players. Were they right? Were they wrong? What changes would you make? And let me know about the award overall, what you make of the prestigious Golden Ball. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about that award and much more in the comment section down below, because I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading. Right, without further ado, we're going to get on with the conversation ourselves. We're going to be talking about Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or, and everything else in between. So, I mean, I've had this kind of opinion for a while now, but I don't think this award is as prestigious or as legitimate, shall we say, as what I thought it would be or think it would have been many years ago. I think maybe the social media era has helped tarnish certain people's or certain players' reputation. I think certain players have gone home with the award that may, in my opinion, not deserve it as much as certain other players. For example, I'll always remember the year that Virgil van Dijk, in my opinion, should have won it ahead of Lionel Messi. I'm not saying Messi didn't deserve it or wasn't at least a strong contender for it during the year that Van Dijk, in my opinion, should have won it. But I think it would have been great to have a defender win it, because I don't think defenders are going to win it these days. I don't think goalkeepers are going to win it, and I know that goalkeepers have their own award, the Yashin Award, which last night was won by Gianluigi Donnarumma. But I don't think any goalkeeper is ever going to win it ever again, and I certainly don't think a defender is going to win it ever again. I think it is mainly going to be strikers and attacking midfielders. Every now and again, you may get the odd exception. For example, Rodri winning it, but or even maybe Luka Modric winning it. But it's very rarely going to happen unless, of course, there is a very much a standout performer in those midfield ranks, and it very rarely does happen. But I've been thinking this for a while. I've been saying for a while that I just don't think this award is as prestigious enough anymore. And I think that is mainly because Player FC has become a big factor in sports debate, in social media age, in pretty much a lot of things that is being heavily influenced in sporting debate or footballing debate. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the case, but a Player FC is. Because a lot of people in the modern day and age will put players, their own player agendas ahead of actual sporting and footballing conversation. People will put the players that they prefer ahead of certain other players. And I think that does go into account when taking into account these types of achievements and results. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, this has seemingly become more and more of a popularity contest. The only big surprise for me last night is that Dembele actually won. Now, when you consider that he had a great season, when you consider what he did win with, or what he helped win with PSG, there was a strong case for Dembele to win. I personally thought it would go to Lamine Yamal, mainly because I know that obviously he had a great season with Barcelona. I know he helped them win a fair few achievements, accolades and trophies. But I also thought, well, they might want to create a big buzz. And what bigger buzz than having an 18-year-old win the Ballon d'Or and go from there? Like, what big buzz that would create for not just the award, but for the world of football. So that's why I'm a little bit surprised that Lamine Yamal wasn't the one to walk out with the award last night. So I was a little bit surprised that Dembele did. But at the end of the day, I can understand why Dembele would win it. But having said that, though, there are a fair few things in the top 30 rankings that I wasn't particularly happy with. Certain players being so low down and certain other players being so high up. There was a few things that I personally would change last night. For example, from 30th to 16th, we had Michael Olise, Florian Wirtz, Virgil van Dijk, Declan Rice, Erling Haaland, Denzel Dumfries, Fabian Ruiz, Jude Bellingham, Alexis McAllister, Serhou Guirassy, Lautaro Martinez, João Neves, Scott McTominay, Robert Lewandowski, and Vinicius Jr. making up 13th to 16th. Now, some of them, okay, I can understand why. Some of them, I can't. For example, why is Virgil van Dijk so low down? I'm not saying this because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm saying this because it is genuine. How the hell is Virgil van Dijk 28th on this list? How? He was so good last season, so consistent, so brilliant, and yet he's lower than Declan Rice. He is lower than Denzel Dumfries, who not only was part of an Inter squad that bottled the Serie A title, but also was part of the most humiliating Champions League final probably ever. Probably ever. How is that possible? Jude Bellingham had a shocking season. Well, if you count overall with Real Madrid, and yet Van Dijk is lower than him. It makes no sense why Van Dijk is so low down. Erling Haaland didn't have the best season ever, by the way. Not the greatest season ever, but individually, he was still pretty strong. He was still pretty good to say that that was his poor season. And yet, he finds himself low down too. It just made no sense to me that that would be the case. Reading up from 15th to 1st, we have Victor Gyökeres, Desiree Doué, Harry Kane, Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, Pedri, Nuno Mendes, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Cole Palmer, Kylian Mbappe, Achraf Hakimi, Rafinha, Mo Salah, Vitinha, Lamine Yamal, and Ousmane Dembele, of course, taking the award. Harry Kane, 13th. Seriously? Seriously? Like, don't get me wrong, Bayern reclaimed their throne this season, obviously last season, with winning the Bundesliga title back from Bayer Leverkusen. He was phenomenal in that. He was absolutely brilliant in doing that, was a catalyst in doing that, spearheaded the attack, spearheaded their title charge. Harry Kane turned up in big moments for Bayern last season, helped them on their way. And yet he's 13th. Lower than Cole Palmer in 8th. 8th for Cole Palmer. A guy who's only scored 2 open play goals in 2025, I believe. 2 or 3 maybe. Yes, I know he won the Europa Conference League, but let's face it, Chelsea could have thrown out their B or C team to win that competition, with all due respect. And I know that he did turn up in the Club World Cup final, but that shouldn't like overshadow how poor his overall performances were in the Premier League. Individually, Cole Palmer didn't have as great a season. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the top 30. I think he's a fantastic player. But to rank him as high as 8th? Seriously? I think he should be lower down, considering where Harry Kane is, considering where Virgil van Dijk is. I think he should be quite lower down, to be perfectly honest with you. And then the one that really annoys me, Mo Salah. If Mo Salah doesn't go down as one of the most disrespected players in this overall popularity contest, if you like, I don't know who will. 4th. 2nd or 3rd, I would somewhat accept. But fourth? Really? For the phenomenal season that Mo Salah had in dragging that Liverpool side to another Premier League title. Their 20th Premier League title. Fourth? For the fantastic, phenomenal individual season that Mo Salah had. I personally don't get it. And the sad part is that he's probably not going to have another shot at winning the Ballon d'Or. And people may say, you know, comments from Jamie Carragher basically dismissing the AFCON may put Salah down. And that may be true to a certain extent. You know, it'd be interesting to see what does happen over the course of this next year. If Salah does win the AFCON with Egypt, if Salah does go on to have a phenomenal season with Liverpool, in which they are favourites to win a lot of trophies this year, it'll be interesting to see what does happen if Mo Salah does have another shot at winning the Ballon d'Or by this time next year. But like I say, man, he's been so disrespected over the years, and once again, last night, it seemed to be another kick in the teeth for Mo Salah in this particular popularity contest. Look, like I say, don't get me wrong, Ousmane Dembele winning it, I can fully understand why that would be the case. But at the same time, am I particularly happy about it? Not necessarily. Am I happy with the overall top 30 rankings of this competition? Not necessarily, as you can tell by the way that I've called out a fair few names that are either higher on the list than they should be, or lower on the list than I think they should be. I just think this popularity contest has been tarnished over the years. I really do think, and like I said, I really do think it has turned into a popularity contest. I think this has gone from being maybe a once prestigious award that truly did honour and proper showcase the talent, the individual talent, and of course the overall talent of certain players, certain clubs, and the incredible achievement that they had made either as an individual or together. And I think it has become recency bias. I think it has become influenced by Player FC a little bit. I think it has become influenced by terrible punditry. I think it has become overall influenced by all of those different aspects and maybe more, to the point where maybe football is declining, as sad as that may say, or maybe not just football in general, but maybe just these types of awards. And like I say, I think it's about time that we change these awards, because I know the goalkeepers have their own award, but I don't think you're ever going to see a defender win this competition. I don't think you're ever going to see a DM, for the most part, win these kind of competitions. So I think the Ballon d'Or needs to change in that certain aspect, because it's going to be mainly strikers and attackers. You may get the odd DM, like I said earlier, a Modric, a Rodri, but you're never going to see a defender win it. You're never going to see a fullback win it. You're never going to see a centre-back win it. So maybe to make it fairer, we need to change the award. Or maybe we just need to change it in general. I just don't think this award means as much, especially not to fans anyway. Maybe to the players it does, but I don't think this award means as much to fans anymore as what it used to. I don't think many are putting this in conversations when they debate who's the better player, who's the better this, better that, better the other anymore, like what they used to when the likes of Messi, Ronaldo were constantly winning it, when the likes of Ronaldinho were winning it, Figo, Ronaldo, you know, all of them kind of players, Kaká, of course. I don't think many people are putting it in those kind of conversations anymore like they used to. And that, for me, means that the prestige of this award is declining. And maybe it's just because of debate and controversy. I don't know. But for me, like I say, I think this award does have problems. I think the way that they distribute it is problematic. And like I say, the award for the top 30, I mean, many people might not care because it may be like, well, you didn't win it, so who cares how low you finish? But the rankings should mean at least something, especially considering they all build towards who eventually does win it. Anyway, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of the Ballon d'Or? Was Dembele the rightful recipient and winner of the award last night, or should it have gone to someone else? What do you make of the rest of the other 29 players in the top 30 of the world's best male players? Was that the right call? Was it the wrong call? Who would you have changed in that list? Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about all of that and much more in the comment section down below. Use and abuse that section, people. Would love to hear from you all. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video. And I will see you speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Well, cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.